It is the next project day. On this project, we'll be building a new style media wall in this room. Yesterday, we fitted the first media wall, and we still need to do the paneling throughout the whole property and do the coving throughout the whole property. And we've still got a lot more to do. But today, we are just fitting this media wall. And at the end of every job, I will tell you how much I've charged. So sit back, relax, maybe get some snacks and watch us fit this media wall. So first off, I'm just measuring from wall to wall to find the centre point. To check that I've got the right centre point, I just measure from either side of the wall and it should be exactly the same to the point. Because we don't have the TV actually with us, I'm going off the measurements the client has given me and I'm writing them on the wall for reference. So here I've just written down the measurements of the TV. So out of half, I've written down the half measurements. So it needs to come out the exact same amount this side as that side, so it's all symmetrical and basically just centre. So we get it bang on centre. Okay? And now I'm going to work out the measurement from that side and that side. Okay? You can do it another way and literally just get the full measurement and put it centre. And now I'm just marking out for the height of the TV. Previously I spoke to the client and he told me he would like the top to be in line with the architrave. Yeah. So now I'm just marking out the lines and then I'm using a straight edge to connect the lines. Use the laser level to check the level. Now with this media wall, the client is a bit unsure on the design, so what I'm going to do is draw out a template design on the wall to give him an idea of what it will look like. Previously I sent him design photos and we narrowed it down to this type of design. Okay, and this is the marked out media wall, so it may look a bit confusing or a bit weird to some, but it's how I know what I'm doing and I've explained it to the customer. So I've marked it for the customer so he can come out and see how he wants to do it. So I've got a little mark here because he says something about wanting it floating, so that's my mark to make if he wants it floating. And I've got my numbers here, so depending on how deep he wants the thickness of the returns, that's what I'm going to do. So if he just wants the one timber put on, one, and it will make the opening a bit wider, two will be a bit shallower. Same on this side, and it's the exact same measurements on both sides. And also we've got a little shadow gap going around about here, and it's going to be all the way around the shadow gap. So yeah, this is the layout. So the TV is going to be here, and yeah, it's just a little rough sketch just so the customer can see and come in and see what he wants, because I haven't got a final decision on what he wants at the moment. But that's what we have done today. It's been a very nice chilled day as well, to be honest. A lot of talking to the customer and yeah, chilled. Now it's the next day and we've got a design from the customer secured. So here's going to be the TV, and then we're going to have a shelf here going around as a U shape. So yeah, this one is going to be very simple because we're not having any fireplace, we're not having any soundbar or anything like that. It's literally just the TV opening and then the U-shaped shelf. and we're also not putting any timber on the sides. We're just having timbers here, here, then we're going to make a frame at the bottom and then a bulkhead at the top. So yeah, this one is going to be very quick, very easy, and we're just going to show you how we do a design like this. So first off, I'm just altering the drawing that I made on the wall to suit the customer's preference. Is 2, 5, exact same. Once we've got the drawing sorted, we can then start constructing the media wall. Here, I'm just checking the lengths of timber because some of them are bowed. When we've sorted through the timber, Drew cuts and I start making the side frames. Here, I'm securing timber to the wall to further build our frame where the TV will be going. But from here on out, it'll be best to just show you how we construct the media wall skeleton. Noticed we have done a little bit of a mistake, nothing major, but we've made up these too long, so they are meant to come to here because this is going to be the shelf area and it's going to come around. So we're just going to cut these off after, and then yeah, but we just made them a little bit too long, so we'll just cut them off after. This is the media wall so far. So today we've got all the setting out done. We've done most of the frame. The skeleton is basically done. So we literally just need to finish off the bottom. And then we've also just got to put a few noggins in, then it'll be done. And the customer decided he just wants a U-shaped shelf. So all of this area is going to be plasterboarded, plastered. The TV is going to be in the middle, and then it's just going to be the bottom unit here, which is just going to be a shelf. So yeah, it's going to look very nice once it's done. But yeah, here we're just making up the bottom unit. As you can see, we've already made up the front frame and the bottom spacings. Now we are just fixing some timber to the back, and then we're going to put in some timber noggins between the two to lock everything in place. Okay, so here, as you can see, we've basically made up the frame now. So we've made up this ladder frame, we've put timber at the back, we're going to level it down, and the distance for in between these two timbers. We've packed it up on one side because the floor runs out, and we've got the level along it. So as you can see, it's coming along. And yeah, square this part up by using a straight edge. We're going to get a straight edge, follow it down, and then we'll be able to get this measurement here. Okay, and then we're gonna cut the noggins for inside, and then that will be this frame done. And then we're just gonna glue around, and then that'll be it for this media wall. And then it'll be on to the boarding and plastering stage. That's it. Here is what the media wall looks like boarded. Here we're also doing the wall paneling. And this is what the media wall looks like plastered. On this media wall, the client also did add grooved MDF panels for the bottom. But the rest of this build is very self-explanatory. So we're just going to cut all the panels with the table saw, put the panels all on, put the TV in, get it decorated, and then that is it. So here, I'll do a quick edit and then I'll tell you how much I charged for this media wall. Okay, so now's the moment a lot of you may have been waiting for. How much did I charge for the media wall? With this media wall, it took about 5 days to do, and that's with the construction, the setting out, the plastering and the electric. So 5 days, we done it in. The customer did get all of the materials, so we didn't buy any materials. So he got the timber, the plasterboard, everything. So for straight labour price, we charged £2,000 for this media wall, and that was a little bit of a deal because we had more work, but £2,000 we charged for this media wall. But right now, first we're gonna finish off this paneling.